Hello everybody. In this video, we're going to take a look at providing feedback to students within Google Classroom. Classroom offers several advanced features that you can utilize to give students feedback on their work and their assignments, both after they've been turned in and while the work is already in progress and has not yet been submitted. Let's take a look at a couple of these. The first thing I'm going to do is open up an assignment that I have sent out to all of my students. And when I open this up, I notice that I have 5 students here that are currently working on it, one of which has already turned it in. Let's take a look at this document. When I open up this Google Doc, I get within the Classroom interface the ability to look at the Google document, but also right here from this interface, I can provide grades for students, and I can also give students private comments. These are different than class comments in the stream that everybody would see. Private comments are instead something that just myself and this particular student can see. So if I want to give them some general feedback about this submission, I can do so right over here. So as I type all of this information in here, I can then click post, and this comment becomes live for this student. So the next time this student goes into Google Classroom, if they open up this assignment, they'll be able to see that I've added a private comment for them with some feedback. The great thing about this is the student can take the feedback and the student can add their own private comment as well. And so in a distance learning environment, this is a great tool for students and I to have back and forth conversations about their work, about their progress, about how they're doing in my class without having to do email and without having to have separate sidebar video conference sessions with students. So private comments is a great way for you and students to be able to have a conversation back and forth without ever leaving the Google Classroom interface. In addition to private comments, when you're in Google Classroom, you have the ability on a Google Doc to provide comments directly on the doc as well. So in general, we think that private comments are a great method if you want to leave a comment about a whole assignment. If you need to leave a comment about a specific part, you can do so right over here in the Google Doc. To do that, all you have to do is click on the Google Doc and highlight portion of it. Once you highlight a portion of it, you'll notice you get this little add comment button. So if I want to comment on this specific sentence, I can do that. Now, as I type this comment here, as soon as I click comment, this comment will be added to the Google Doc itself. So the next time my student opens up this Google Doc, they'll be able to see my comment right over here, and they can either provide a feedback or a response to me, or they can mark it resolved if there's a correction that I'm suggesting that they make. One of the other awesome features in Classroom is that beyond just adding these comments, you also have the ability up here to access a comment bank. So if you click this button right over here, you will notice that I am able to create a bank of comments. And this would be a great place to put comments that you find yourself using frequently, like check your spelling or please double check your grammar. So you'll notice I have one over here that says, please double check your grammar and resubmit assignment. If I want to use this pre-populated comment from the bank, all I have to do is click this copy to clipboard button. It will copy it to my clipboard. And then if I come in here and I highlight one of these sentences or one of these words, I can add a comment and simply paste that comment in here to save myself a little bit of time. This is a great way to be able to give students feedback in batches without having to manually type everything out. The comment feature can also be used as part of private comments, or I should say the comment bank feature. So if you want to take this comment in your comment bank and copy it to clipboard, you can then toggle back over here to the grading pane. I can give my student a grade for this, and I can add an additional piece of private comments. One other recommendation that I have is whenever you add a private comment, it's a nice practice to think about using your initials at the beginning. I'm using CR over here, and so I'm going to post my feedback with my initials at the beginning. I'm doing that mostly for myself because it will very quickly show me whether I was the last one to leave a private comment or whether my student has added a private comment that I might need to be able to reply to myself. Let me show you what that looks like. First, I'm going to return this assignment to my student. And then I'm going to navigate back to my Google Classroom dashboard. Once I'm back in this dashboard, you'll notice I have all of these students, and over here, test teacher's work has been graded and returned. And you'll notice right below it, the private comment shows up there as well. And you'll notice since it kind of truncates it only shows part of it, me adding my initials at the beginning is a quick visual clue for myself that I'm the last one that has added a private comment for this. If I log in tomorrow and I notice my initials are not there, that means that my student has added a comment. So what I can do is I can click this, and then I will see down here at the very bottom of the screen, you'll see those private comments back and forth. You can see the ones that I've left and the ones that my students have left for me. And right from this interface, I can add additional private comments. So there's two places to add private comments: in the assignment itself in that grading dashboard, and also over here from the overview dashboard as well. Private comments are a great way to give students feedback, to give them encouragement, to give them some corrections to work on, and to make sure that our assignments aren't just about doing the work and collecting a grade, but instead are an opportunity for us to provide feedback to students to help them grow during this process. We hope you got a lot out of this video, and we hope that you'll use private comments and these feedback tools with your students the next time you do an assignment in Classroom.